Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. We are entering into the next chapter, chapter number 33, with various devotees. Sunday, October 26th, 1884. It was afternoon and many devotees were present in the master's room. Among them were Manmohan, Mahendracharan and M. They were joined later by Ishan and Hazra. Balram and Rakhal were still staying in Vrindavan. The many young boys who at this time began to seek the master's company later became his intimate disciples. Latu lived with the master and Jogin, footnote, monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna known as Yogananda. Jogin, who lived in the village, was a frequent visitor. All these are intimate devotees of Sri Ramakrishna and all are disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. Some are householders, some are going to become the monastic, because the main thing of Sri Ramakrishna is that the householder must be like sages of the ancient time, that they must attain God in and through all the activities dedicated to the Lord. A life that is of constant sacrifice and service to the Lord. Whatever we do must be an offering to the divine. In that way, Sri Ramakrishna wanted to cultivate, instill bhakti and prema in the heart of the devotees, especially the householders, who are going to be again an example that a man can realize living in the world through the pravritti marga. And to support that, to show the perfect ideal of renunciation and living a life exclusively for God, being His instrument in His hand. The other section, the monastic disciples were also brought into picture, because the important thing in the world is the renunciation. If they see the sannyasis outward and inward renunciation, the householders will collectively and individually cultivate renunciation internally. They will be Gupta sannyasis, like in the guise of, as if they are moving about in the guise of householders, pure and divine life within. With all family, friends and all duties of life, they are living like lotuses in the pond. The slushy pond where the leaves are floating above the water, untouched by the water. If a drop of water falls, it will flow away like pearls, it will go away. Now, the lotus, even leaves do not get wetted. So also the lotus. Lotus is standing independent of the whole pond, like sannyasis, and even the leaves which are supporting, without leaves there cannot be the lotus. Leaves can be there without lotus, but lotus cannot be there without. The sannyasis have to be supported by the earnings and efforts of the householders. Sri Ramakrishna calls them as the outer circle and inner circle. The inner circle, the monastics are protected, guided rather, the sustenance is maintained by them, and they receive in return the great ideal of God realization. They are by worshipping and honoring and serving the sadhus. The householders are worshipping not the individual sadhu, but the ideal of God realization. Devote yourself entirely to here. He is free from the household duties and responsibilities and attachments, and duties and responsibilities are not there of the householder. But he has the responsibility to present a perfect ideal before the society. And this ideal is absorbed and converted into the householder's life, how to remain unattached in the world, how to remain uninvolved in the world, how to remain unentangled in the world, or they absorb from the ideal he is presenting. He is living to himself as if. But the ideal of renunciation is slowly imbibing. It is like the nourishing of a tree or plant. It is done at the root, not at the top. The leaves are coming out and fruits are coming out because of the what is fed in the bottom. Like that, the sadhus feed the innermost heart which touches there. From there, the manifestation, different trees are giving different types of fruits and flowers, but same earth below. So each has his own duties, responsibilities, each has his own family, each has their own traditions, customs, their own religion even. They all absorb the same ideal and nourish their own path to realize God. So Sri Ramakrishna makes these two circles, inner circle and outer circle. And both were honored in the same way, looked upon in the same way like the two eyes of a man. We pay equal attention to the two eyes. Because I have one eye, two eyes, I don't neglect one eye. One eye of Sri Ramakrishna is householders, the other is the sannyasis. Ramakrishna, happy child of Divine Mother that he was, radiated joy and peace that were reflected in the hearts of the devotees and found expression in their happy faces. All were happy, seeing Sri Ramakrishna happy. This is one thing, the human tendency. If anybody is shouting and fighting, you can see the vibrations touching. These people also who witness also will be excited. Somebody is calmly, joyfully sitting in a corner or a riverbed, is singing a bhajan, all with that pleasant atmosphere. There'll be a man smiling and talking to you. How the mind and heart responds to that, how it receives. This is a tendency in human to reflect or absorb and reflect what is the bhavanas of others. An angry man comes and starts shouting, it will immediately get angry and start shouting. This Sri Ramakrishna is always in the divine awareness. And this divine awareness is instilled in every heart to be aware of the divinity. And then now when he enters into ecstasy, bhava, singing, all this is happy mood. That happiness is reflected, all these are reflected in the heart of the devotees. M is very keenly observing all this before he reports. Ramakrishna, a happy child of Divine Mother that he was, radiated a joy and peace that reflected in the hearts of the devotees and found expression in their happy faces. They were seated on the floor and had their eyes fixed on the Master, who was standing in pensive mood like a boy. Master. The boy and child are now and then referred to indicate Sri Ramakrishna how he was like a child. In the beginning we saw he was like a child. He was Divine Mother's child. A boy. They are not, there is inside, there is nothing which is presenting. We have raga dvesha, likes and dislikes, attachments and aversions, which are constantly coming out and expressing through our. This child and boy, they don't have any, not filled anything yet in the inside. Only small demands from the parents. That's all there in this one. And what is they are seeing outside is reflected. A butterfly is flying, their attention goes there. And because nothing is inside, they are reflecting. So Sri Ramakrishna's state is such that he has not kept anything within. Their likes and dislikes or attachments or aversions. He is free from all that. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, children are free from the three gunas, sattva, raja, tama. Master, to Manmohan, I see Rama in all beings, all things. You are all sitting here, but I see only Rama in one of you, every one of you. See how that after a little advancement in spiritual life, if we people really sincerely struggle in spiritual life, just an hour spending in the morning and an hour spending in the evening, when we forget all things about the world and concentrate in completely giving oneself. Whatever you do, japa, dhyana, manas puja, whatever do you do, or external worship also, if you give yourself completely, that 1 hour where there is no split in the attitude, there is no split in the awareness, the world is not interfering, raga dveshas are not coming out. Calmly, it is thinking of God and God alone. If that 1 hour, if we can spend that way, within a year or two, there will be some kind of awakening within. What kind of awakening is that? A kind of, I am not an ordinary being like all others. One girl was telling, I feel I am not like all others. That girl is studying perhaps in 4th or 5th standard. I can manage many things which I don't know I can do. But when I put hand first time, also I succeed. Then a kind of awareness comes in me that I can achieve anything. You see how the understanding is changing about one's own personality. In that we see that she is slowly, if you do the sadhana, somewhere she is having that concentration. Somewhere there is a ekagrata in doing some work. That is making her know the secrets of work, the principles governing the activities and fruit of the activities. She is finding, if I can do this, I can do this. Now this kind of awareness, after we do a year or two sincere sadhana, a kind of divine awareness awakens, a kind of peace that otherwise mind would be always seeking peace from external objects, worldly objects and worldly enjoyments, like eating, this, that. If they want to eat and drink and enjoy, make merry, that eating they are enjoying because there is no inner joy that is coming from within. Now, independent of the external objects, a kind of constant, a small stream of peace and joy starts coming. Because each time you are contacting the divine, you are giving yourself to the divine, it is transforming you in such a way because you have the understanding of God. God is Ananda Swarupa, is Satchidananda Sagara. That touch of that at the consciousness, when you say God is Sarva Shaktiman, we get that some power, oh God is with me. We become fearless. Just God is with me, understanding makes you fearless. How the transformation takes place, you see, within. So whatever is the understanding of God within you, that makes a great difference. And that is with you. Each time you get lost, you are getting the Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Vyapi. He is everywhere. That everywhere is silently seen, beginning with myself. A kind of joy. He tried to see now things independent of the external things, the qualities of the object, its utility, its uses, all this becomes secondary. There is something valuable. Everything becomes drawing a kind of attention. It is presenting something beyond that he is able to perceive. Later on, it ends with seeing divine everywhere. It's the beginning of the feeling of something I am seeing beyond the limits of the senses. Now, when we see a child, we are not seeing a human body at all. We are seeing something beyond the human body. When we see a schoolboy going to school, we see only body. But when we see a child, we never see the body. We see something beyond. A kind of purity is being shown. Innocent, ignorance, a beautiful ignorance. It doesn't know anything. Those things, without expression, without telling, without calculation, we'll be seeing a thing which we don't see in anyone else. That kind of vision, which we cannot express or know, that slowly starts. We are seeing something along with it. Every object I'm seeing along with it. Then when the spiritual awakening happens, we see the light, dim or bright, in each one. All the Rama is presenting now. God is presenting through every. Just a spiritual awakening. The first step in spiritual life is spiritual awakening. With awakening, just exactly like bulb put off, you are seeing only bulb. When it's put on, you will see the light and the bulb together. It is all jivas, all even ants, they will be with Chaitanya. You will see how a tremendous transformation. Now Sri Ramakrishna is seeing whatever it be seeing. I see Rama in all things, not all beings only, all things, objects. You are all sitting here, but I see only Rama in every one of you. Manmohan, yes sir, it is Rama who has become everything. But as you say, though all water is Narayana, yet some water is fit for drinking, some water washing the hands and face, and some only for cleansing pots and pans. How the understanding you see. Sri Ramakrishna is seeing actual Rama, perfected being, absolute God. But the understanding, he is presenting his understanding. God alone has, we have heard, God has become all this. How many times we hear that God has become. He is telling how from the absolute level, how the steps down, they come down, and each one has its own understanding. Each will understand the Ramakrishna's word is in his own way. Manmohan is saying, yes sir, Rama is one who has become everything. It is not in this sense Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Sri Ramakrishna is actually seeing Rama. But you say, though all is Narayana, he is still lower, he is going. Some water is, all are manifestation of Rama. Rama is in everyone, but some we can go near, some we cannot go near. It is not with that intention Sri Ramakrishna has told this. Master is replying, it is true what you are saying. To Manmohan is telling, yes, it is true, but I see that God Himself, who has become everything, the universe and all its being. Sri Ramakrishna is insisting that it is not that level of dealings I am seeing as a realization like. The vision is entirely different. It cannot be understood by humans so easily because they have never seen a thing independent of forms and objects. Presently, the master sat down on the small couch near his bedroom. He was standing. Master to Manmohan, there is no question of my being truthful, but I must develop a mania for it. There is no question of my being truthful, but must I develop mania for it? If I once say that I shall not eat, then it is impossible for me to eat, even if I am hungry. Again, if I ask a particular man to take away my water jug to Pine Grove, he alone must take it. If another man carries it, he will have to take it back. What a fix I am in. Is there no way out of it? The truth question is being presented because the previous is seeing Rama everywhere. Besides, I can't carry anything with me, neither food nor betel leaf, for that means laying up for future. I cannot carry a little clay in my hand. Just then a man entered the room and told the master that Hriday was waiting to see him in Jadu Malik's garden near gate. He has been sent out by the owners of the temple that he will not enter into the premises of the temple. So he is standing out for how many years he served Sri Ramakrishna in the important period of his life of sadhaka, where he is unaware of the bodily existence. Now he used to fall there, here, there, lying down. He would lose his external consciousness. In those days of sadhana, he used to weep and shout and call Divine Mother, go alone in the forests, calling on God. All this used to happen. And now you see, he has been asked because of the errors he did, greed and then pride. These two things took him away forever and is waiting outside somewhere. Just in a matter told that Master is waiting at the gate. The Master said to the devotees, I shall have to see Hriday. Please don't leave the room. He put on his slippers and went towards the gate of the temple garden, Yam accompanying him. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.